You open your eyes, but there's a problem. You're a Roman gladiator. And not just any gladiator. No, you're Maximus Victorius, the Terror of Carthage, undefeated champion of 17 battles in the Colosseum. People scream your name in the streets. Children want to be you when they grow up. Women throw flowers when you pass by. You're a living legend, a celebrity, an idol of the masses. You also sleep in a 2-square-meter stone cell that reeks of piss, sweat, and despair. But hey, at least it's an individual cell. Common gladiators sleep piled up like rotten sardines. Perks of fame, baby. Morning light enters through the tiny grate in the ceiling. You wake up with your whole body aching because your bed is literally a pile of damp straw on stone. That scar on your left shoulder, a souvenir from when a Thracian almost killed you 3 months ago? It's throbbing. Your right knee, which you twisted last week killing a starving lion, swollen. Your back, covered in whip marks from when you were a common slave, stiff as a board. You get up slowly, each movement a small agony. Outside the cell, you hear the sound of other gladiators waking up, coughing, vomiting. Someone is crying 3 cells down. Probably the new guy, a Gaul captured last week. Today is his first combat. I give him 2 weeks tops. A guard bangs on the bars with his spear. Get up, champion! Breakfast! Breakfast. What a generous term for the watery barley porridge thrown into a cracked wooden bowl. But wait, you're special. You get a piece of bread, too. Not just any bread. Yesterday's bread. Almost fresh. If I were you, I'd pretend it was an imperial banquet. You eat sitting on the cell floor because there's no chair. The bread is hard as stone, and the porridge tastes like wet cardboard mixed with regret. But you're used to it. In your first months as a gladiator, you'd vomit this shit up. Now, your stomach has given up on having standards. While you chew, you think about today. Important combat this afternoon. The Emperor will be present. 50,000 people in the stands. You're facing Brutus, the Iberian giant, a 2-meter-tall monster known for ripping heads off with his bare hands. Literally, in his last 3 fights, that's what happened. You finish the porridge and drink water from a communal bucket that tastes like rust and statistical probability of dysentery. The guard returns. Training in 10 minutes, champion! The training arena is a dirt courtyard surrounded by high walls. The Roman sun is already strong at 8 in the morning, turning the place into an oven. You and 20 other gladiators begin exercises, push-ups, sit-ups, squats, all while the lanista, your fat, sweaty manager, shouts instructions while eating grapes. Faster, Terror of Carthage! You think the Iberian giant is going to give you time to rest? You want to say the Iberian giant will probably give you time to die, but you keep your mouth shut. Gladiators who talk back to the lanista get less food, and you already eat little. After exercises comes weapons training. You grab your gladius, the short Roman sword you know better than your own mother. You spend an hour hitting a wooden post, practicing thrusts, cuts, blocks. Your hands form new blisters over old blisters. Blood drips from your cracked knuckles. You continue. The lanista approaches, chewing a piece of roasted meat. The smell makes your stomach growl. He notices and smiles. Good news, champion. If you survive today, I'll give you an extra piece of bread at dinner. Such touching generosity. You risk your life against a giant killer and get 20 extra grams of carbs? I'm getting emotional here. Noon, bath time. And by bath, understand, you and 15 other dirty men crammed into a tank of cold water that hasn't been changed in 3 days. The water is brown. Things are floating in it that you'd rather not identify. But hey, at least you have a bath. Common slaves at the quarry only get rain. You scrub yourself with sand because soap is for patricians. The sand removes a layer of dirt and a layer of skin together. You leave the bath clean and covered in microscopic scratches that will be infected by tomorrow. Lunch, more porridge. This time with little bits of something that might have been meat at some point in Roman Empire history. You eat quickly because in 2 hours, the show begins. A slave enters the cell bringing your armor. Oh yes, the famous armor of the Terror of Carthage. The people love it. Gleaming, decorated, imposing. What the people don't know is that it weighs 15 kilos, doesn't protect half of what it should protect, and has a buckle that always pokes your ribs in the wrong place. You put on the left arm protection first, leather and bronze. Looks impressive, protects against superficial cuts and absolutely nothing against an axe blow. Then comes the belt, with leather straps that supposedly protect your thighs. Spoiler, they don't. The most important part is the helmet. Polished bronze with a dramatic red crest, zero side vision, compromised frontal vision, terrible ventilation. You'll fight half blind. while your head cooks inside that thing like an egg in a pot. But it looks beautiful for the audience. The lanista appears again, now in a clean toga and perfumed. He'll sit in the VIP stands today, of course. He looks you up and down. Perfect! The people will love it. Remember, start defensive. Let the giant tire himself out, then go for it. And smile at the emperor when it's over. No matter how many bones you've broken. You nod. You've done this 17 times. You know the script. 2 in the afternoon. You hear the roar of the crowd outside. The Colosseum is packed. 50,000 people screaming, betting, eating, drinking cheap wine while waiting to see you and the Iberian giant try to kill each other. The door opens. Oh, light explodes in the corridor. The deafening sound of the crowd swallows you. You enter the arena, and the sand is already stained red from earlier fights. Maximus Victorius, the Terror of Carthage. The crowd explodes. A woman throws a rose that falls 3 meters away from you. Even if you wanted to, you couldn't pick it up. The armor won't let you bend properly. On the other side, Brutus the Iberian giant enters roaring. 2 meters and 10 centimeters of muscle and rage. The emperor is in the tribune, eating something that probably costs more than you'll earn in 10 years. He sees you and gives a lazy wave. It's like, "Hi, slave, entertain me before you die. Let the games begin." The next 5 minutes are a blur of dodges, blocks, and controlled terror. Brutus attacks like a machine. You move as you can, each blocked blow sending waves of pain through your arm. Sweat drips into your eyes. Your breathing creates fog inside the helmet. Then it happens. Brutus misses a blow. You see the opening and bury the dagger in his neck. Blood spurts hot on your face. He staggers, falls to his knees, collapses in the sand. Dead. The crowd explodes in the loudest scream you've ever heard. You turn to the imperial tribune. The emperor is standing, applauding, smiling. You just killed a man, and for him, it was quality entertainment. You raise the bloody dagger. The crowd chants, "Maximus! Maximus!" like a religious mantra. Flowers rain down. You grab a laurel wreath and place it on your head. You smile, that victorious smile you've practiced 100 times. Inside, you just want to sit down. The emperor calls you. You climb up to the tribune. Each step torture on your cracked ribs. He offers you his hand. You kiss his ring. His hand, soft and perfumed. Yours, covered in blood and sand. Magnificent Terror of Carthage. You honor Rome. He gives you a pouch with 200 sesterces. Seems like a lot until you remember a decent toga costs 300, and you can't buy a toga because you're the lanista's property. But hey, you can buy extra bread for 3 weeks. Perks! You limp back to the cell. The victory bath is in the same brown water tank from before, now with the addition of your blood and Brutus's blood mixed together. Romantic. A slave doctor comes to you. Doctor is generous. It's a guy who knows how to tie bandages. He looks at your wounds and says, "You'll survive." What a precise diagnosis. He wraps your ribs with strips of cloth that smell like vinegar. Hurts like hell, but at least it keeps you from puncturing a lung when you breathe. Dinner. The lanista keeps his promise. You get porridge plus an extra piece of bread plus a chunk of cheese. A cheese that was probably starting to mold, but is still technically edible. You devour everything as if it were a feast of the gods. While you eat, other gladiators congratulate you. Some with genuine admiration, others with poorly disguised envy. The new Gaul looks at you like you're a demigod. You want to tell him that in 6 months, he'll look at you like a lucky idiot, but you let it go. Everyone needs heroes. You return to the cell as the sun is setting. Your body is destroyed, but you're alive. Alive to fight another day, to put on another show, to make 50,000 people scream your name while you risk dying in the sand. You lie down on the damp straw. Every position is a new combination of pains. You find one that's minimally tolerable and stay in it. From somewhere in the neighboring cells, someone is muttering a prayer. Another guy is crying softly. A third is laughing alone, probably already crazy. Or you close your eyes. Tomorrow morning you'll wake up hurting again. You'll eat porridge again. You'll train again. And in a week, 2 at most, there'll be another combat, another giant, another monster, another chance to die while the emperor eats pheasant. But today, you won. You're the Terror of Carthage, undefeated champion, idol of the masses. You're also a slave who sleeps on wet straw in a cell that smells like urine. Glory is a pretty word for a well-told lie. I'll end your epic narrative here as you sleep the sleep of winners. Your body will hurt for weeks. The scars you got today will last forever. The memory of burying a dagger in Brutus's neck will haunt your dreams. But the 50,000 people who screamed your name today, Tomorrow, they won't even remember your face. They'll already be talking about the next fight, the next gladiator, the next show. Because in the end, you're not the Terror of Carthage. You're disposable entertainment with a dramatic name. And tomorrow, it all starts over again.